Okay, we're starting recording. This is going to be a video about the trouble I'm having with Simpro Manager version 2.0.326, I believe it is. Let's just fire up our Simagic Alpha Mini wheelbase and we will show the issues. As you can see, I set up a secondary camera right here, just showing the wheelbase and what it does. Obviously, you can see the screens, but the screen is going to be captured anyway. And we're going to open the Simpro Manager, just verifying the version on the firmware on it. Have it on the screen here. Oh, it's double up. Nice. Just showing the version is 2.0.326 and that the firmware of the device is 191. So for the moment, we're just going to put that aside here, top of the screen. And now we're going to fire up Zero Corsa Competizione, which is my sim of choice, to show exactly what the force feedback issues are, what they look like, how they manifest themselves. And this is not an issue that we had on the previous version, which was 232, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. And unfortunately, I didn't save the install file from that, so I can't really uninstall this and compare. But yeah, let me just check real quick with my the previous version is 282 with whatever firmware came out, and then never had any issues with that. So just to show that force feedback once the game is launched starts up just by normally ignition on. We're going on track. And right off the bat here, you can see there's no force. Okay, so I wanted to wait to show this, but going over curves, there's no force feedback. Because every time, the problem is with every time that I engage something outside of the game, like in this instant, I can just go back to the garage and go to Discord, fiddle with the settings here. You can see I'm fiddling with the settings, whatever. Just open up a browser tab, fire up Motec, do whatever outside the game, and then come back to the game. You can see that the wheel is actually registering. As you can see, the steering axis is registered. I reset it, the buttons are working, everything. But once I jump in the game, there's no force feedback. So again, out on track, no force feedback whatsoever. You see the steering wheel is doing absolutely nothing. Going over the curves, the wheel is doing nothing. You can see it can still steer, but there's absolutely no force feedback. There's no force feedback whatsoever. The steering works, but there's no resistance here. And you can see on the Simpro Manager that it's doing some weird disconnecting stuff here on the steer settings. You can see it sort of blacks out there. And okay, but just for the fun of it, just to show that if I do start up the game, I have to actually exit completely out of the game and restart. Let's do that real quick, and then let's not jump out of the window, just to show that it works when the game just launches. And if I don't do anything, like if I don't jump outside the game, everything should work. So start up the game, pretty much the same start procedure as before. Now I'm just haven't touched anything. Things are just started up. Simpro Manager is still going on. We'll just jump in a single player practice session here. Just click drive again. So now you can see there's force feedback. I don't know if you can see on camera, but let's just run over a couple of curves here. And if I let go of the wheel, you can see that the game actually corrects itself. I couldn't really see that well. Let's just run over this curve, and you can see that the spring effects there. You can see that the wheel is just run over a couple of curves here, maybe a couple of bigger curves as you see. Pick up speed, hard. You can see that the wheel is actually working. I can feel the force. The return force to the middle is right there, so it works when I release it. Let's just run over a couple of curves here so that you can see the effect. And Simpro Manager is working as normal. Run over this curve down here because it's quite tall. Let's see what it does to the wheel. I'm just going to run over there. Okay, it didn't do that much effect. for examples, this is not going very well. Okay, let's go down here. The curves are quite tall down here as well. The force feedback is working. All right, there you can see at least when I released it. We'll put something, but let's go there. Let's go to the Schumacher SS. Again, we'll try to run up some curves, and I can show you. Try to just put one hand on the wheel there. Yeah, you can see, but only one hand on the wheel. The force is quite strong. Still 10 newton meters is working. Force feedback slider down on the ICC is also showing that the forces are working. So you can see that the forces are there. And we can go down to the final chicane. Because the curves are also quite large there. Just again. So I just started Simpro Manager. When game, everything works. Again, we're here. Okay, you can see force feedback is working. If I just crash it into the wall here. Okay, so there you go. Force feedback is working. Obviously, force feedback is working. All right. Return to garage. So if I go to setups, work on the setups, whatever. Just click on whatever here, whatever there. Doesn't really matter. Go back on track. Everything works. As long as I stay in the game, force feedback does not cut out. You can see Simpro Manager there is doing weird stuff again. But the force feedback is still working. See, force feedback is working. The wheel is moving on its own. Just go down here. You can see it crash into the wall again. There, you can see force feedback is working. No problem. Okay. Now, if I do this, I just back into the pit menu. And what I thought was a problem was just sitting idle in the pit menu isn't really the problem. The problem is if I go outside of the game with my cursor, and you can barely see it on the camera here. But if I have my Simpro Manager in the upper screen here, so I'm not going to do anything on the settings on the Simpro Manager, but let's just say that I wanted to start Motec. So I started Motec. You see here I started Motec. You can see it on the screen. I am doing stuff with Motec, opening this Red Bull Ring file right here. Checking the settings, whatever. Okay, fine. Close up Motec. Then I go to Discord. Do something on Discord. Have a chat, whatever. Browser. Just sitting in the pits, right? Never used to have a problem with this. Doing all of this before. And then if I go back to the game. So now I've done a couple of clicks. Go back to the game. Click continue. Problem is the force feedback cuts out. So now you can see the game. The wheel is limp. It still steers the same that happened before. I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to crash it here. No force feedback. Crash the car there. No force feedback. Force feedback is completely cut. Again, return to the pits. Go to options. Go to controls. The wheel is still registering on the axis. I can refresh it here. Doesn't really matter. The buttons still work. But no force feedback. So that is the issue with the latest Simpro Manager firmware 191, Simpro Manager version 2.0.326. It is completely broken. What happens with the force feedback is like it cuts off the controller to the wheelbase. You can see the wheelbase still works. I can still steer. I can upshift. The buttons work. Lights are on. Indicator shifters. Everything is on. So that works. But no force feedback. Like, look at I can steer with my fingers. Let's just crash hard again. The wheel is not moving. You saw that. Compared to what I did before, the wheel was spinning all over sorts. No force feedback. That is a huge issue with this driver. Never had any problems with this before. So hopefully, I saw on the release notes of Simpro Manager, that the release notes for the wheelbase on this version was some sort of CPU save mode, something like that. But yeah, that's not good. And this also happens in regular AC. I haven't tested any other games because I reinstalled Windows to try this. But yeah, if needed, I'm pretty confident that this thing will happen. Basically, to every sim because it's not sim dependent. Something with the focus and the controller just cuts out, and I have to restart the game completely to get the force feedback background. One thing I haven't tried is to put full screen enabled, just to see if that actually does anything. No, that just only results in my triple screen setup not working. So yeah, it doesn't work. I'm going to do that. Let's just get exit again. So let's just restart the game again, just to see that everything comes back to life. The game is restarted. So start the game once again. And like you see, I haven't really done anything apart from quitting out of the game and restarting. So again, and this is really a multiplayer killer because obviously, if you're on multiplayer, let's move this out of the way again. Driver swaps such as much impossible. So again, start the session as long as I'm in the game. Well, now I just click on the Simpro Manager to start it up. Of course, Steam might actually be cut. Yeah, of course, Steam is cut. But this is also like force feedback comes like half back. I was in the Simpro Manager. It's very weak force feedback right now. It's just again, I think I have to show it from the start again. Let's quit out completely out and back in just to show that force feedback should come back on. But I fiddled with the Simpro Manager window because it wasn't showing on the screen. But let me restart the game. Just close up real head motion here. Restart everything just to get back to force feedback. See what we can do. And I can't really show of course I am MS2 right now because I reinstalled Windows. But if anyone would like to see what happens, it should happen exactly the same thing. So, okay, go back, drive. I already feel the force feedback is back. Yep, this heavy once again. Just crash it. Release the wheel here. Crash it at an angle. Alright, there you go. Force feedback is back. So again, return to garage. Do something outside. Let's just try to put mechanical inertia up to 12. Save that. I'm just playing over the settings. Continue here. I might actually not have force feedback. Well, that actually didn't do anything. I still have force feedback. So that is interesting. Playing with the driver settings here didn't do anything. You see the driver's acting really weird, like going gray here in this numbers. I don't understand why that happens. Okay, let's just again do something else. Let's just start Discord. Here you can see I'm putting on Discord. Start a browser. You can see I'm just starting a browser, bring that back up here. And then return to the game. We can continue. And then this normally makes the first feedback disappear. And now again the first feedback is gone. No first feedback in the wheel once again. Like sort of the first time it like half disappears. And then it just completely disappears again. You can see return to garage. Again, continue. First feedback is gone. So what's the deal with this? I have no idea. This was not a problem until the latest Simpro Manager release. And of course I updated once I got the prompt that there was a new version. no force feedback. So, all right. Hopefully that helps. That's going to be it for this video. See you in the next one.